Hello, everybody. Hello, hello. Welcome to Dune Awakening. All right. We're out here in the deep desert in Garrick today. And it's on a Saturday, so we're going to have to break down the base. So this way, we don't need to worry about the Aurelia storm. You should notice I've already started breaking it down a little bit. I've gotten rid of the more non-essential things. I got rid of the spice, got rid of the thing here, got rid of the thing there. Got rid of all the chests that were out here except for this one. I got rid of all the chests that was underneath there. The only chest we have left is this one, and that's full of stuff right there. I do have a body that's breaking down right now for extra water. Hence the reason why I've got all these empty canisters here. So I can then pick up all the water and put them in those canisters, and then we'll be able to take them all back. So there's a method to my madness. Hmm. That is interesting. Okay, so before I start breaking down the base any further, I do want to do a last minute gathering. So we're gonna go around and in the buggy and do some last minute harvesting. Maybe listen to some harvest radio while we're at it.
You're listening to Harvester Radio, home of the Daily Motivational, with Master Inspirator Jovian Huss.
Here.
This is your Master Inspirator with the Daily Motivational. Today we must work hard, in silence, and let productivity be our cry.
Or silent. Alright. Got it, buddy. Got it.
The mystery deepens aboard the Sand Titan, as Crew Chief Garrick Thorne's death remains unsolved, and the flies begin to snow. It's Death on the Titan, Episode 3,
On the
The Visitor.
We need to talk about where you were, Jeb, the night Crew Chief Thorne died.
I don't remember exactly. I might have stepped out for some air. I just needed a break. The work gets stressful, you know.
You were running dark that night, but the weather hooks were engaged on Pad 1. Why do you think that is?
I don't know. Malfunction.
Ah,
What do we know about weather hooks?
They're used to secure ornithopters in bad weather.
But isn't it true that weather hooks can only be engaged from the cockpit of a thopter?
I don't know. I'm a comms guy.
Do you recall seeing an ornithopter?
No, I don't recall seeing a thopter or anything, really.
You sure about that? A thopter's hard to miss, even in a storm. Especially if it engaged the weather hooks.
Well, I honestly can't recall anything like that. Maybe the hooks malfunctioned. I'm sure it's happened. Everything else malfunctions before long on this tub.
Of course, we could find no evidence of any unscheduled thopter landing on the Titan. But maybe someone else knows something. Maybe someone knows exactly who landed on the flight deck that night.
I told you already. I don't know anything. Am I free to go?
With Jeb's memory failing to provide any clarity, I turned my attention to Shift Supervisor Lena Orlov. Several things she let slip hinted at a closer relationship with Crew Chief Thorne. There had to be more to their connection than she was letting on.
There was nothing going on between us. We were just colleagues.
Tessa mentioned that you and Thorne had a close relationship.
Well, Tessa's wrong. There was nothing romantic between us.
Why would she lie about something like that?
Maybe she's trying to deflect suspicion from herself.
You know what? That's exactly what I thought too. But then, she played me this.
I'm glad we've had these moments together, Lena.
Me too, Garrick. I don't think I could survive another day in this barren wasteland without you. What a bitch. Who goes around recording the conversations of their crewmates?
She was keeping tabs on Thorne, documenting his lack of leadership skills.
Oh, she wouldn't shut up about that. I should have just transferred her to another rotation.
Tell me about you and Thorne.
All right. We were involved. But we were happy. I had no reason to harm him.
If you had nothing to hide, why keep it a secret?
Because it's personal. It had nothing to do with his death.
Did anyone else know about your relationship?
No, we kept it private. It was nobody's business. Tessa has always had it out for Thorne. She's just trying to stir up trouble.
Tell me about Jeb.
Not about him.
His alibi is weak. As is his assertion that he received Thorne's secret messages, but had no interest or capacity to decode them.
He had the capacity, if he wanted to. We both had the same signals training.
Does that mean you could decode the message too?
Yes, I could.
Then tell me, what did the secret messages say?
Stay tuned for our next exciting episode, where secrets unravel and the truth comes to light on Death on the Titan.
Is anyone else invested in some of the storylines or plots of the radio? Let me know in the comments. I'm actually invested in listening to the storylines, and I'm looking forward to hearing the finished thing. If they do, I don't know if they will. Is that coming this way? Yep, that's coming this way.
This is your master inspirator with the daily motivational.
Hey,
Today we must
Grand
remember
Theft Buggy.
difficult doesn't
Hi,
mean
Jenny.
impossible. It simply means we must work harder.
How's it going? Let me turn the radio off. Oh, just a little bit bored. Aww. Yeah, we got a sandstorm going on right now. Yeah, this game actually has an in-game radio. Believe it or not, it's kind of awesome. Oh no, that actually. Oh no. Oops. Oh, that's not good. That's not good at all. Yeah, so that happened. Um, let me see. Let me see. Oh no, 150 of 150. I can't believe I filled this up. Go back and go into the buggy. Okay. $147 of $150. 149 to 150, and then we'll just... And that's 150. Okay. Woo! But yeah, it looks like I've got to make a trip back to Haga Basin. Me, have that. Gas it up a little bit. A little bit more gas. There we go. So how are you liking the server? The Conan server? Especially with did you find any of the dungeons that the admins made? Oh, you haven't explored everything yet? Okay, so, but found admin base, etc. Well, yeah, the admin base is one thing, but yeah, there's some dungeons and some memorials and stuff like that that we've left behind. The admins have left behind for you guys to discover and to read and have fun with and to interact with. We've got go down a little bit, I'm a little too high. So there's one at the spawn in, you know, at the noob area all the way south. There's a dungeon there. There's a dungeon in on Noob River. There's a dungeon in the unknown city. And there's a dungeon in the jungle. And they're hard. They're not going to be simple. They're going to be hard. They were designed to you know, to have us all grouped together as a server so we can beat the dungeon. It's not really supposed to be just for one person. But if you can do it on your own, more power to you. Just make sure your thralls are like level, you know, 20. And make sure you got named thralls at that. Yeah, level, yeah, right? Level, and even then you're gonna lose your thralls. Because there's just too many 3-skull bosses in there. At one point, you'd be battling like 4 different 3-skull bosses in there. Yeah, that was a thing. It was like 3 or 4 dragons in one area. I'm like, what the fuck? It took, you know, and I lost, I had my team of 5 thralls, and I lost 4. My 5 thralls, and they were all named thralls, and they were like all level 20 and above. Yeah, so yeah. But then I was kind of stupid and tried doing them on my own without any help. Trying to do it solo. And then finally a bunch of other people started coming in with me. But they were joining in too late after I've already lost almost all but one of my thralls. And I was nursing that thrall like a banshee. I was just like, no! I was overprotecting that thrall. You know, thralls are people too. I get attached to my thralls, you know? Right, exactly. Whew. Okay. See how much of this I can put into my dump chest. Thank God this dump chest was, somewhat empty. Okay, so now my dump chest is full. Oh, lordy. Hmm. Get that. Um. So that should... Okay, rest is aluminum. How much water did that drain me? Oh, over half. Just over half my water. Oh. Was that all of them? Okay, that was all of those. That will go in there, and that will go in there. That and that. That will go in there. These. Ooh, I so desperately need batteries. Glad I did harvest those batteries. I just gotta bring them back. Was for the fact that this thing was full, I would have brought them back. Alright, so the only things left is the sandcrawler, which that auto stays. That's gonna stay in there until I absolutely need it. Let me just bring that all the way up to the top. Alright, so now that's set up. Oh! Alright. I think that's the majority of that. So... I will need... an extra couple of these. Because the carrier is a gas guzzler. It takes like 3 or 4 of those just to go back and forth. So take a look at the filters. Water filters, see how they are. How's the one there? There's one there. They'll gather water as needed. Alright, here we go back. Go back where it's the road. Now that we got all this extra space in the carrier, I think I'm going to go out yet again and get another load of titanium and strontium. And we desperately need batteries, so I'm going to have to get some batteries and get some extra aluminum while I'm at it. Oh, hello, right in my face. should be covered. Yeah. And I think that's... Yeah, that's covered. Alright. Alright, so now let's see what I can... Is the buggy empty now? Yeah. Put all this into that, and... Come on. How much, I only had that little bit of batteries left in the back of the base. Grab some aluminum. Because why not? It's there. Oh, too far away? Oh, okay. Alright, we're full up, so let's unload this, get this unloaded, and we can go back out again. I think that's going to be enough batteries. Now I can focus more on other resources than batteries. Like titanium and strontium and aluminum. Ah. Let me approach it from the other side, this way. Oh. Back it up just a little. gonna be able to get it from that angle. To get up here. Oh. Oh, come on. Come on. No, don't do that. Oh, come on. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Okay. Let's see how much. Oh, just over 500 that, and about 700 in that, and that's about 600 in that. That's kind of like, almost equal. Just be thankful I'm not like all the way out the PvP area on the Titanium Island or the Cervidium Island. Although it would be probably the harvesting would be a lot faster, but there's a lot more risk involved. It's the travel time to and from is the majority of the problem, as well as if I get caught in the area, which, knock on wood, has not happened yet. Whee! 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 Woo! Okay, that should be the last time I'm gonna fuel this. So when I break this down, the fuel, what's left of the fuel will go bye-bye. Unfortunately, the fuel does not carry over. So I want the tank to be as empty as possible. So when I break it down, I don't lose much. I thought there was one over here somewhere. There it is. I think that was all of them. Are you kidding? Let's go. Let's go, woman. I can't drive with crap. Yeah, I think I got it all. Alright. We're gonna start heading back. Whew, okay, let's see what we got here. Not bad little hole. Yeah, not a bad hole right there at all. Alright, let's start breaking down the rest of this stuff so we can get out of here. Alright, so did that body get... Yeah. Let's put all the bodies back into here. For now. That'll give me some bodies for back home. Let me pick up as many as I can here and fill them all. Put them in there. Oh, with only 2,000 milliliters left, I can deal with that kind of a loss of water. Might actually end up drinking up for myself. Start breaking down these. Since I only got 2,000 liters. I can break all of these down. And only keep the one that's outside for now, which is this one. I can even break that down too. So that was everything. Put it all in here. Demolish that. Put that in there. Alright. Let's come down here. Demolish that. Grab that. Okay, so we got 87 out of 150, and it's about halfway full. Oh, oh, okay. Well, if there's nothing left, then what's the purpose of my keeping that? Mm. Next is to start breaking these down. Always keep enough. I'm gonna save those last three because I want to keep enough for the shields for now. Ah, how did I know? How did I know? Okay. Well, damage is done. $94 $150. So get rid of the pinch shields. Run. Think that was all the pinch shields? Well, technically not all the pinch shields. I mean, we still got that to take apart. And this pinch shield here. That door. Let's move this down. Let's move this down right here. Move that beside it. And I think all's left really is to move the carrier and that. Alright, now it's just a matter of getting rid of the foundations to demolish the entire base. There it goes. Now we gotta find all the cases. Is there any more cases? None that I can see. Alright, so that means the last of it is gonna go in there. Now I get to demolish that and get to demolish this. And that last bit will go in there. We are done. Now we just gotta, go back to Hog Basin. Gonna take one last. One last look. Sure, I'm not leaving anything else behind. I'm not seeing anything. Alright, I think we're done. I think we're done here. anything. Alright. And hopefully next time we'll be able to get our spot back, because, that guy's there. In our spot. Maybe we could beat him next week. Who knows? Ha ha ha! Have to be early? Yeah. Yeah, Jenny, we'll have to be early on Tuesday. The Coriolis storm is on Monday, so we have to, first when we wake up, get our, go out and get our spot. Hopefully he's not there. I mean, we are Eastern Standard Time, so he's in a different time zone. Technically, in theory, we might be able to beat him because Eastern Standard Time is before Central and Western, so we're an hour. Our day starts a little earlier than theirs. And so, Jenny, are you coming back into Dune? Are you going to try out the new chapters, chapter 2 and 3? You're not sure? Well, let me know. I'll be more than happy to help you. Come into Garrick, be a member of the clan, and be able to get stuff and things done. Not to mention the new end game Landsrad missions. So even when you're done with chapter 3, there's still more missions to be had after the fact. I basically lost all fun in gaming at the moment. I tried. Oh no! What happened? You tried with Conan what? You tried with Conan but really lack motivation. I am too currently, and I think it's. I kind of know what it is, but yeah, you're trying with Conan at the moment. Yeah, I get it. In real life, stuff and things happen, and when this affects you, you still feel like gaming, but you're trying. You just, you want to have fun, but the stress is not allowing you to have that fun, Until you can de-stress yourself, you're not going to be able to. I can sit for an hour, not like in the past when you could sit all day. Yeah, I can't sit at all. I'm constantly laying down in my bed. I have one of those desks that, it's called a C desk, and it is, the desk overlaps on top of me on my bed. It's kind of like a hospital bed situation with the, desk thing that the hospitals have. And then, so I have that as my desk, but I have a laptop lap desk that I can balance on my stomach. So, and that's how I play. I can't sit anymore. Oh, oh, how cramped is that up against my... Oh, that's really cramped up against that copter. That could have been better, but... See if I can't... I don't know if you call my style sitting, half laying, I guess. Oh, yeah, I get it, I get it. Okay, so that dump chest is full to the brim in weight. Footstool and the backrest leaning back. Oh, okay, okay. Yeah, I just got a whole bunch of pillows propping me up. I gotta buy... Constantly flattening my pillows to the point where I gotta buy new pillows every, like, 6 months. Had my PC chair changed into a used car seat. Oh no! Really? Oh, am I really out of water now? Seriously? Am I out of water? Oh, I am out of water. I have over a million liters of water down to only... Oh my god. Okay, well, gotta work on my water situation. I did bring some water back, plus I got all these bodies, so that's gonna help me out a lot. I'm gonna have to go on a killing spree for more bodies once I'm done unloading everything, so I can get water. Now these are all full, so I can just take it and deposit all water, and that's gonna help the situation a lot. So technically I'm not without, you know, without water. Oops. No, plus those. Okay, so those are all empty now, except for the one. Now I gotta fill just that one that's in my inventory, because that's my personal water thing. So now all of those are full. Batteries. Well, whoops. Luckily, I got a crap ton of batteries here, so that's good. Ooh. What batteries that I could handle? Let me see what batteries I can put away. Six days. Used up a few. Make myself a couple of large fuel cells. Hmm. 10 is good. Maybe some industrial grade lube. Five of those. I can make 70 of these spice infused, so I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna need that spice infused anyway. And that's gonna use up a lot of those batteries, to tell you the truth. Yep, half of it. Alright, so not much left here, so let's see if I can't find a temporary spot for those for now. Just gonna stick them in there for now. Temporary measure. There's things here. Missing a. Steel goes in there. I'm gonna have to get some more,
Sector weather alert. A large
only got
sandstorm is
left
approaching.
of, iron. Just that little bit. Got 18 spice left.
Sector weather alert. A large sandstorm is approaching.
Large sandstorm is approaching. Approach already, for Christ's sakes. Approach already.
Sector weather alert. A large sandstorm is approaching.
Alright, so we're back up to 178,000. Counting. So one of the first things we're gonna have to do is go out and get some iron next time. Oh, well then maybe not. Looks like we got iron. Why do I have iron over here? Grab that little bit of iron. Get in with the rest of it. Oh, let's see. Oh. But still, yeah. Not a lot, but it's not bad. How are we on steel? Steel is looking okay. Okay. I know. I got blinders when it comes to this center aisle right here. I don't know how to fix this. I really don't. I so don't know how to fix this. I wish I had somebody that does know how to fix this. So yeah. Until then, I'm just gonna put blinders on because I really don't like that. I don't like the way it's all jumbled in there. Okay. So now the only thing is left, now that I've cleaned out the carrier container, all's left is the dump chest. I kind of technically want to save this for another day. I really don't want to. Well, just thinking about this. Gives me the nope. Don't want to deal with that now. Now, I could have sworn I heard. Yeah, there it is. Thought I heard that. Going off that way. They got that side. Shit. That was close. sawdust drinker. That's aluminum based. Are you kidding? Is he moving away? Yeah, he's moving away. Why? Why? Got it. Ah, Mr. Worm. You can have that ship now. I got all the compartments. Jerk. Alright, let's see what we've got, shall we? We got a little bit of spice. Oh, good. We got a industrial pump. Now it is aluminum based, but I'm already beyond that. To tell you the truth, so I just might sell that at the bank. Let's take this down below, put it away. Put that in there. Do I not have Landsrat stuff in here? Okay. And what have I done with ray amplifiers and armor? Well, I guess I'll just put them in there for now. Don't need another radiation suit, so we'll put one in there. Check the filters again. Want to make sure I got full filters before leaving. Okay. We got full filters. That's good. Let's check this. Got only 25 days of power on this. Gonna need more spice infused. Luckily, I've made some. Wonder if they're made yet. Have they been? No, they're still in the process of being made. Okay. I don't know why it says I got 0 across the board when, yeah, I obviously do. I just don't have any irradiated slag, because I just used it all. Alright, so that's going to be on our shopping list for next time we're in Garrick is irradiated slag. That and duralinium. So we need to go harvest jasmium and aluminum. I know I've got some aluminum from today, but we're going to need more in order to be able to make some duralinium. 75 duralinium is all we got left. So that's going to be a thing. So we'll be spending some time out in Shoal next week. Doing some stuff to things out there. Luckily we got a little base out there we can just hang out in. So that's not a problem. And this building, if you're wondering what this building is for the generator, the spice-infused generators. They have to be enclosed. And so eventually we're going to make more spice-infused generators. Problem is, spice and, irradiated slag. So those two components... But they have to be housed. They can't be outside. They can't be, with the rest of the generators. Yeah, spice up the place. Yeah, Jenny, right? So, yeah, for whatever reason, the spice generators take damage when out in the elements. These guys here, they take damage, so they have to be inside. But because of hell, look how big they are. They are huge. And if I'm going to slowly switch the power of the base over to these spice power generators, I need a larger space to house them all. And so yeah. So I mean, right now we only got the one. Because I do believe... let me just take a look here. I don't want to talk out my ass. Alright. Yeah, so one spice power generator generates 1,000 watts. 1,000 watts. So we will need at least 10, I think. How many watts are we using currently? Let me check that out. Almost 10. We're using 7.4 thousand kilowatts. So we need at least 8. So 8 would give us 8,000 kilowatts. And this way I can get rid of this room. Get rid of all these Jennies here. These are all generators. Get rid of all these. And get rid of all those windmill generators up on the ceiling. And replace those with the water mills instead. So there is a method to my madness. Yeah, I can get rid of all of these ugly things right here. These are all wind turbines for electric, for kilowatts. So that's the thing. See, going after that ship that I just looted. Let's see what happens. There it goes. He just had his snack for the day. That could have been us. I gotta love the ambiance of this game is awesome. I love the scenery. It's just beautiful. This is why I got this outer deck right here. I can just stare out at this all day. I can just stare at this all day. But yeah. So that being said, guys and gals, I'm going to call it an afternoon. I'm going to take a much needed rest. It's a little later on. Hopefully I can get Yuli to come in and we'll be playing Dune in the other server where we have so much needed work to do in there. So I want to rest up before I do that. And thank you, Jenny, for hanging out with me. I definitely appreciate it. Thank you, sweetie. And I hope you feel better soon and less drained and less stressed. So thank you. Thank you. Ugh. But yeah. Yep, this is it. And then next week we'll also start back up on the Forgotten Testing Stations again. So that'd be awesome. Because we got all this new Landsrad. Of course, House Atreides is always winning. All these Landsrad missions we need to do. We got a ton of them here. So yeah, so they're all a thing. So yeah, that's it. So guys and gals, thank you very much. You guys have a good afternoon, good evening, and good morning. And don't forget to like, follow, subscribe. Thanks everybody. Bye.